doing? It's Monday. I love Monday. Although it feels like every day right now. Anyway, how are you all doing? So I had a subject I want to chat to you about today, which is part of a little series I'm going to do about how not to lose your marbles at your kids, at your partner, at everybody. And this one's been coming up for me recently, so I'm going to share it with you as well, because it's right on the surface right now. So this is my tip 1 of how not to lose your marbles. So it's about journaling. And I've mentioned this a couple of times on my Instagram feed, and I have shared it with other people as well, because journaling has become something that has been a lifesaver. Saved my sanity, saved my relationships.
Keeps you from going round the bend.
And really helped me know myself more. It's been amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm not talking about Pinterest journaling, which, you know, I would love to spend 4 hours making those beautiful journals. But I don't have that time, so I don't do it like that. So I want you to just kind of push that back out of your head for a minute. I'm not talking Pinterest here. You may be a perfectionist like me, and I need a particular type of notebook to work in because it makes me feel good. I like to be connected to it, and that's all right if that's where you're at. If you like stationery and you really love a particular book, that's fine. But don't let it stop you. You could start this today, and you can have that intention to find the book, the one, later on, but you can start this today. And that's why I want to share that part. You know, don't be held back by the type of notebook that you've got or not got. Even if you've just got some paper right now, just go with whatever you have got and start where you're at. So journaling, first off, I'll show you what it looks like, because if I do that, then you may break down some of those barriers of imagining what this journal could look like. It's a space for you. It's a space for you, so it can look really, really different. So for me, it's looked really big, like a big sketchbook, and it's looked like this. I'm proud of that page. I like that one. And then in other spaces, it looked like this, just pencil scribbles. It's also looked like this, super crazy messy. Don't even know what that says. And it's looked like this, just writing. It's also looked like this. I did try the bullet journals, made like pretty pages like this. It lasted 5 minutes. It's not sustainable. So it doesn't have to be anything in particular, just whatever comes up for you right now. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get to. This is an expression of yourself. If you're mad and you're raging, little neat writing's just not gonna do it. You can scribble when you're mad. It's fine, that's absolutely fine. It's your space. This is your space. So what are we doing in these journals? They are purely recording spaces for you. We can't all get out and away from each other right now, so this is a perfect time to start journaling. Absolutely perfect time to start. And it's to record thoughts and feelings and what is arising for you. Why? Well, because they've got to come out. We have this crazy idea that if we just leave them in there, it'll be all right. It's never all right. They build up and they build up. Like when I was talking about emotions in my last video, if you go and watch my previous video about emotions, you're just suppressing things in and squishing it in, and it's got to come out. If we don't talk about things, if we don't share things and express things, it's gonna come out, and it's gonna come out messy. So this is a really great tool, because this is not me saying don't talk about your feelings. This is me saying sometimes we're not so kind when they're coming out, and we need a really good vent, and we need to kind of release it in order to make sense of it, and then go back to a person or express that somehow in a way that isn't so unkind. It's not cool to be unkind. It happens. We are all human. We all lose it at times, and we all forget to check in with ourselves. It's absolutely fine. But this is a tool. This is a tool I use every day, because it does save me from the crazy thoughts coming like right out at people. Where do I start? So super simple. If you really embrace journaling, you may use it deeper for moving forward. But I'm going to give you a place to start. So today, right now actually, if you've got a minute, right now. So you're going to use it to check in with yourself. You're going to use it to check in the morning and say where you are at. What are you feeling? What do you need? Those 3 simple things. In the middle of the day around lunchtime, you could give yourself a check-in and say, like, am I doing all right? What do I need to kind of get through the rest of the day feeling as good as I can? Is there something I'm really struggling with right now? Have I been snappy? Am I feeling triggered? Wherever you're at in the middle of the day. And then at the end of the day, I do the same thing. I do like a recap if I can, because I've got a little bit more time just before bed. Do a little bit of a recap and a check-in. Where am I at? How am I feeling? Did I meet my needs? Do I still need something else for tomorrow to kind of help the day? And then also my favourite one, and this one I think is totally key to this journaling working as well, because it's all good and well, we're going to vent stuff into it. You want to put beautiful things into. And that also helps your mindset shift as well, from being like, oh, what a day, to things being like, oh, that was actually beautiful. So also I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. So that's the first way you're going to start, using it to check in first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and in the middle of the day sometime if you can. You could do it on your lunch break. If you are still working, we can do it at home at lunch, we could hide in the toilet, whatever. The second way you're going to use it is when big emotions arise. And there have been times when I will just grab journal, run, because I know something's coming up and I'm going to snap and I really don't know where it's coming from. So I just go, I need a minute, gone. Sometimes I don't even say that, just journal, go. And I will sit and I will write it out. And it may look like this, or it may look like this, or it may be just tears flooding and the words that come out with that. No feeling or thought is wrong at all. Just let it all out. Let it out. It's going to really help you because you're releasing that pressure. What this is going to do when you are using it to catch your big emotions right when they're happening, what this is going to do is give you the most incredible gift of insight and awareness to yourself. And this is an incredible gift. This is, I've been learning this for a few years. It is the best thing ever. And this has been part of the healing journey for me, is to notice what I'm triggered by. What is triggering me? Why am I feeling mad? What is making me feel sad? And really being honest on the page, all of the words that come out, no matter how messy that is, it all comes out and it gives you a really incredible insight as to what really triggers you. Once you have that, you have like a toolkit of awareness that when something comes up, you know how you're going to respond, and you get to choose how to deal with that. You can go, oh, this is a trigger for me. This is a trigger for me. And you can take a step back and you can communicate that trigger without losing your marbles at your kids, at your family. You can do that. And oh my gosh, it's amazing to be able to catch yourself in that trigger, in that moment. And I'll say things like, oh, that's a real trigger for me right now. I need a minute. I'm going to take a minute. And then I go and step away. If I can journal, I journal. If I just feel it, that's fine. But that journaling gave me that awareness to that trigger. If this feels like a yes for you, once you get into doing this, the more you practice, the more you'll be able to let out and the more you'll be able to express through your journaling. If it wasn't for journaling, I wouldn't be here right now. I absolutely can say that. I mean, there's other factors too, like I have an incredible support system and I have people that love me, but if it wasn't for journaling, I would still have had too much of a consuming, overwhelming, negative thought pattern that would have pushed me too far. And I used to take my journals to therapy with me so that I could read them aloud, because I'm that type of person that when I go into an appointment, I am super cool and professional. It doesn't matter what that appointment's about. I couldn't reach those emotions when I wasn't in that space, when I wasn't really feeling them. So I used to take my journals to my therapy sessions. I would read them aloud and then those feelings would come back up. It gives you that opportunity to re-access them. Even saying that right now, some of those things are painful. Some of those things will be painful. But it's your choice. You get to choose. This is your healing space. You can put it on that paper. You don't have to read it back. But you can get it out right then, right there and then. You can release it and you can move on through your day understanding yourself a little bit more. and step by step. It's just step by step. I really hope that today you decide, if you're not already, to pick up a notebook of any form, Moleskine preferred, and try this, because it is such an incredible gift. It is such an incredible tool for my days. And I love the good times too. I draw in mine and I paint in mine and I've pasteled in mine, and I have a limiting belief that I'm not a great artist, but I love to move pens around the paper. It feels so good. So, yep, I use it when I need to vent. Yep, I use it when I'm mad. Yep, I use it when I'm so in a depth pit and I don't know what to do. But I also use it when I'm feeling joy, when I have loved my day so much and I just want to record it on that page. I just love it so much. It's going to be new journal week this week actually for me, because I've finished and run out of mine. So I'm so excited for new journal week. Do you get that? Like at the front of every book. It's so neat. So neat. And then the end is like, I'm ending, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, off on course. So I absolutely would love for you to join me in this journaling mission to raise your awareness and connect more with yourself. Connect so much with yourself. And if you've got any questions, please just ask. Please just comment below, or if you follow me on Instagram already, please send me a message, because I really want to support you in this. I absolutely know that this can help you if you embrace it. So, you know what to do. Click like, all the jazz down the bottom, subscribe, and share this with anybody that this may help. And I'm going to do another few videos on not losing your beep marbles. Journaling is the foundation one, because the other ones that I'm going to create will include your trusty journal. So have a great day, whatever you're doing, and sending all my love.